BennuBio is a startup where we are designing and advancing flow cytometry. And what flow cytometry is a method of analyzing microscopic particles that can be anything from blood cells to small organisms, biological organisms, anything that's microscopic that you can actually stain using a fluorescent dye. You can run through our system or through a flow cytometer and get various points of data. As far as using Fuse to build the actual final product, Fuse has always been kind of a prototyping area for us. It's allowed us to just rapidly prototype, save a lot of money and save a lot of time where we just do it ourselves. Generally, when we get something from a shop in town, it's like, $1,000 and 3 weeks lead time, and then at that time you're kind of just doing nothing. You're just waiting for it, right? Versus being able to, we're lucky that we have fabrication skills where we can actually go build these things and make them usable parts. One large benefit of Fuse is that the curators, I suppose, of the actual equipment are there to help you as well as fix things when things go awry, and that helps us out a lot as well, because you can kind of just say, this thing broke, I'll come back tomorrow or next week, and you don't really have to worry about it. And that's part of what's included in the actual price of the membership, right? And that, I think, is a huge help. You don't actually have to sit there unscrewing all the stuff and fixing it yourself. You kind of, it's kind of expected that the staff is there to help you and assist you if anything goes awry.
Yeah, as a maker in that space, the staff has been really just hugely supportive. Like having a business membership, I'm in there a lot. We're both in there a lot, and anytime anything goes wrong, they're very responsive to solving those issues for us, so that we can stay doing our work rather than having to focus on the equipment. And that's been huge. They're very supportive.
Powder coater is one of my favorite tools, certainly.
That's cool.
Just because of the sheer, the how large the oven is. You can do such large parts. I'm a big off-road guy, and a lot of people build their own bumpers and stuff, and you can actually powder coat those in there because it's such a large oven. That's a really cool tool that I really enjoy. Another one is the vinyl printer. Just being able to take any picture anywhere and make it a vinyl sticker. That's really powerful as well.
I think it's really cool to have access to the laser. The laser cutters are phenomenal tools for precision and kind of the variety of stuff that they can produce. The detail that they can achieve, I think, is fantastic. That's a really neat tool. And then the CNC plasma cutter, personally, I started off in the metal industry in welding and fabrication, and having access to a CNC plasma cutter is phenomenal.
I don't think that we could be where we are currently without Fuse Makerspace. We went from basically a kind of thrown together proof of concept. I wouldn't even call it machine. I would just call it kind of a, tabletop version of stuff. Literally was taped together. Going from that to a full production prototype, not quite ready for production, but a production prototype in about 8 or 9 months.
Yeah.
And that is pretty unheard of unless you do all of your prototyping yourself. Generally that, takes over a year and a half. So I don't think that we could be where we are without all of Fuse Makerspace's, all of the machines and
real-time contact with the machines.
Helped us move extremely quickly and saved us a lot of money as well, being able to do it ourselves and not have to pay somebody else to do it.
I think the advice I would give somebody who was looking at setting up small scale manufacturing, especially at a space like Fuse, is to think about their process, like look at the end product and think about the fewest and most precise steps to get there, and then use the equipment at Fuse to set up those steps to get to the fixtures that will help them to end up with the best product. Fixturing is, setting up the process is the best way.